Hey, um, this is my third time trying to record this video because I keep going too long, so I gotta go much quicker this time. If you'll notice, my tooth is chipped. I chipped both my front teeth and then I got them fixed, but then one fell off, so got a chipped one right now. But what can you do? This is a response to Hippiejew's tag video where she sent out some questions for people to answer about their dreadlocks. So I'm going to go through those questions and I'm going to move through them pretty quick because I'm tired of recording this thing over and over again. Do you remember the specific moment you decided you wanted to dread your hair? Where were you and how did you feel? This summer, I realized like my hair was getting longer and I could get dreadlocks because my sister was saying like it because I talked to her about it. She's like, well, if you're gonna get them in college because I mean if you're gonna go into the work like regular working world, you're not gonna be able to have that. So I was like, okay, well then if I'm gonna do it, I want to do it my freshman year, so that way I can keep them all of college if I love them. So that was the summer before college, and I spent a lot of time doing research, and then eventually got them in November. What method did you, if any, did you use to start your dreadlocks? I did a good amount of research on methods, and mostly what I came across was backcombing, and I like twist and rip. I wasn't that familiar with, and then like neglect was pretty self-explanatory, but neglect wasn't something I was really up for, and backcombing seemed like a pretty good option for me and my hair type. So I went with backcombing. How old are your dreadlocks? In 6 days, they will be 2 months old, so I'll have another video then for the 2 month. What's the length of your longest and shortest? Mine are all pretty similar in length. I don't have any that are significantly longer or significantly shorter. My bangs parts, like those are a little shorter, and I have one back here that's kind of like having some problems. It's like wide and flat. But the one next to it had the same problem before, and I just pulled it apart and backcombed it, and it worked out fine. So it's this one now. So I mean, it turned out okay. So I might do the same thing to that one because it's just shorter than others right now. Do you have any dreads that are especially unique, strange, or awesome? As of like an hour and a half ago, this one is uniquely or is especially awesome because it's the first one I blunted the tip on. It was locking up faster than all the others, so it's really tight. And so this one was ready to blunt the tip, so I'm really excited about that. And I got a few more that are to that point also, so I'm going to be doing those this week. How many dreads do you have currently? Is it the same number you started with? I have 37 dreads, and that is what I started with. And I've been pretty good about keeping them separated, so I don't think that they're gonna combine, but we'll see. What shampoo or other products do you use in your dreads? I use baking soda, and in the baking soda I put peppermint so it smells good, and then I put lemon juice to help with dandruff and dry scalp. Because my first month I was like dying, like my scalp was so itchy, and I had so much dandruff. But that's really helped ever since then. It hasn't been itchy at all really. Oops. Where am I? How often do you wash your dreads? I wash them about every 3 days now that they're locked up more. Favorite beads or other decorations? I don't have anything in them now because I'm waiting until they're locked up. Locked up pretty well before I put anything in them. But my girlfriend got me some cool brown beads, so I'll probably put a couple of those in later, and maybe even do like a hair wrap at some point. I've seen some people have like kind of like an 1.5-inch hair wrap, and it looks pretty cool. So maybe I'll do that. If your dreads had their own personal motto, what would it be? At this point, the motto would probably be, get off my back. And why I say that is just because, like, sitting here right now, like, people think that this is just my hair, and they don't like realize it's dread, so it's just, I don't know, so that's kind of their motto right now. It's just like, trust me, I know what I'm doing. Because people are always just like, are you sure that you're doing dreads right? I'm like, I'm sure. Just give them time and you'll see. So that's something I come across a lot. So their motto would just be like, trust them. If you could start a new set of dreads, would you do anything differently? I would still backcomb if I did them again. I would still do them the same size. The only thing I would do differently is my first week I did a lot of maintenance, like because I thought I should. I was like any loose hairs, I was like crocheting all the way through, and I don't think I should have done that at that point because they weren't locked up very much. So if I were to do it again, um, I would not be doing so much maintenance so early. I'd wait till like 2.5 months or something. Is there anything else unique about your appearance other than your dreadlocks, like tattoos or piercings? I have no tattoos or piercings. The main way I set myself apart and like my appearance is the way I dress. I pretty much only shop at thrift stores, and I buy just the most ridiculous things I can find, and just a lot of bright colors. I just like to set myself apart by what I wear. Just I don't know, just how I am. How many people do you know personally with dreadlocks? I actually don't know like any personally. I've talked to people with dreadlocks. Like if I come across anyone, I'll talk to them about their dreads. But I don't have any like immediate friends with dreadlocks. Have any employers turned you down for having dreads, and he wanted you because of your dreads? I've only had them for 2 months, but I have applied for a job. I applied to be an RA at my college, and that was an online application though, and the interviewing process will come later. So I don't know if that's affected me or not yet. But I am scared that it might. So I don't know. We'll see. But I'll have to keep you updated on that one. Weirdest question you've gotten about your dreads? Dumbest, funniest, most common. Nothing really weird, dumb, or funny. And then most common, just same stuff. Just people constantly like asking me if I'm sure I know what I'm doing or if I'm sure they're dreadlocks. Um, so that comes up a lot. But I mean, I can't expect everyone to know because I wouldn't have known before I started doing research. So I'm just trying to stay patient with people and just explain to them so then teach them something too. So then their dread knowledge is growing a little bit. Have you ever had a freak accident or embarrassing moment involving your dreads? I have not. To be honest, I don't even know what kind of answers to expect out of people for that one. So I'm excited to hear other people's response because I honestly don't know what what kind of answers are going to come from that. Do you have any dreaded role models? If so, who? I mean, there's no like celebrities or anything I know of with dreads that I was just like that made me want them. Um, when I first started researching dreads, I was on Dreadhead HQ because that's like the first thing that comes up when you search dreadlocks, and I was looking at all the pictures of there people who use Dreadhead HQ products, and I was really discouraged. I was like, none of these look good. I was like, these are not what I want. These aren't cool. And so then I was like, that's when I decided I didn't want dreads. But then I did some more research and I ended up on YouTube, and that's where I was seeing people like saying, "Don't use wax," and then shooting in their dreads are like awesome. And so my role models have just been the people who kind of show me like other way around to get dreads without wax and stuff. Because otherwise I would just I wouldn't have gotten dreads because I just didn't like how they looked. But then after doing research, I was like, oh, okay, so wax is not cool. um, What dreaded YouTubers could you see yourself hanging out with in real life? I don't have anyone specific who I'm like, oh man, they seem really awesome. I'd love to hang out with them. But I am someone who really likes to meet new people and get to know people. So I'm gonna say anyone, because for real, that's what I like to do. I like to just go out of my way and meet new people because I don't know, it's just fun to meet people and not just sit in this comfortable place like with the friends you already have. So I would love to meet or hang out with any YouTuber. Um, so yeah, and number 20, who are you going to tag? To be completely honest, I'm probably not going to tag anyone. I don't have any like real friends on YouTube that I've like really grown close with or anything, so I probably won't tag anyone. Sorry, but I'm glad I had a chance to answer these. And so yeah, just stay tuned. I'll have a 2-month update soon. So hope these questions helped someone in some way. See ya.